Putin has signed a decree granting Russian citizenship to foreign mercenaries who will fight against Ukraine.
To establish that the following may apply for Russian citizenship: foreign citizens who have concluded a contract on military service in the armed forces of the Russian Federation or in military formations during a special military operation. From the document on the portal of Normative Legal Acts of Russia.
According to the document, Russian citizenship will be granted only to those foreigners who sign a contract with the Russian Ministry of Defense for a period of at least a year. Also, not only foreigners who sign a contract, but also their relatives may become Russian citizens.
The Russians have not yet managed to fill the holes in the front line, but they have found a loophole on how to collect cannon fodder and send it to Ukraine. It is not surprising that the terms that were prescribed from May last year are shrinking, and they need more and more migrants to be called up. This is in order to avoid mobilizing Russian citizens now, so that there is no unrest in society.
Putin has already signed a similar document on simplified acquisition of Russian citizenship in September 2022. The main difference lies in a term of consideration of the application. In the previous version, it was 3 months, while now it is only 1 month.
The message to reduce the time frame for obtaining Russian citizenship from 3 months to a month is almost a guarantee that if a person agrees to fight, he and his family will receive citizenship. This is important for these people because for some of them it is basically an opportunity to start living.
Earlier, it was also reported that Russia was recruiting mercenaries from Cuba, Lebanon, Syria and Africa for the war against Ukraine. In particular, according to the Center for National Resistance, the Kremlin was going to recruit up to 100 soldiers and officers from the African continent to fulfill the African Corps. Experts note that the Russian Federation is targeting mercenaries from poor countries because that way, as it seems to them, they will be able to improve the lives of their relatives.
Most likely it will be done to a great extent for families, because it is unlikely that these mercenaries or mobilizers who sign a contract with the Russian Ministry of Defense will return from the front. So a lot of people from poor families of other countries may consider this, give their lives to improve the lives of their families.
Despite the fact that mercenarism is banned in the Russian Federation, the Kremlin continues this practice. In turn, mercenaries who fight on Russian side against Ukraine are imprisoned upon their return home. For example, the Naren Regional Court in Kyrgyzstan sentenced its citizen to 5 years in prison for participation in the war against Ukraine as a member of PMC Wagner.
The State Committee for National Security of the Kyrgyz Republic reported that proceedings against the man are being conducted under Article 256, participation of a citizen of the Kyrgyz Republic in armed conflicts or military actions on the territory of a foreign state or receiving training to commit a terrorist act, of the Criminal Code of the Kyrgyz Republic, from the publication in Radio Azatik.
However, mass detentions shouldn't be expected. According to experts, they are more political in order to show the government's position on the Russian aggression against Ukraine. As reported previously, the first news about the Kremlin recruiting migrants for the war against Ukraine appeared in October 2022. This was reported by human rights activists. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Nikita Skoblikov, UATV News.